Ayanda Mubima is such a phenomenal entrepreneur actually within the personal care space.
Entrepreneurship can be hard. It definitely can be hard.
Yeah.
And to be honest, without the requisite support, it can feel like an uphill battle.
Yes.
However, the truth of the matter is anything worth doing is hard.
It just reminded me, how important it is for us, those who have a corporate job, those especially in business, to spend time to take care of yourself the best that you can.
Absolutely.
There are times where we're all chasing, we all want to do better in business and so on, but sometimes it may make sense to say no to some business to be able to spend the time to take care of ourselves.
Sometimes it does take some of those realities for us to then begin to find solutions to them. And the emphasis on us taking care of ourselves, going back to basics, making sure that we really prioritize our own wellness and using products that support that, I think is so important, because as entrepreneurs, we often neglect ourselves the most because we're in service of our clients. Hi there, welcome to Monetize Your Business podcast conversations in partnership with FNB. Guess what? You are at the right place. This is the best place to come to for entrepreneurial conversation, expert insights, as well as getting tips, knowledge, strategies from business owners who are doing amazingly within their journey. Now, one of the best things about this space is that I'm not flying this plane on my own. I've got my very trusted co-pilot with me, Papa Biz. How are you today?
I'm good. Excellent. I'm glad that we can be able to be here for another episode.
Wonderful. Now, as entrepreneurs, we're always learning things along the way. Any aha moments for you this week?
Yeah, I guess something that's been speaking to me that we've experienced recently is that people are not aware how close they are to meltdown until they melt down.
Sure.
And I guess from a business perspective, we've had a situation with a supplier that we've been using for a few months.
Yeah.
And as we've been using, delivery was good. But the past 2-3 months, there's just been delays and more delays. And when I'd call, there were personal issues that she'd bring up until yesterday when I called to say, listen, what is actually going on? And she informed me that, listen, I'm not okay. I've checked myself into a mental institution. I'll be here for about 3 weeks. And it really hit home because now, as she relayed what was going on, I mean, she was really close to meltdown the whole time. Working with her. And it just reminded me, how important it is for us, those who have a corporate job, those especially in business, to spend time to take care of yourself the best that you can.
Absolutely.
There are times where we're all chasing, we all want to do better in business and so on, but sometimes it may make sense to say no to some business to be able to spend the time to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And it was a poignant moment when it happened yesterday, and just made me stop and pause and just to think, how much time are we spending just to take care of ourselves, and in which ways actually means that, for different people.
Yeah.
And it's something that we should really take cognizance of here.
Yeah, that's such an important thing because, as entrepreneurs, we're often type A personalities. We're highly ambitious. We're always chasing the next goal. And when you often speak to somebody who's gone through burnout, they'll often say, geez, I didn't know that I was near burnout until I actually burnt out.
Yeah.
I actually remember having a conversation last year in which we were talking about how taking care of ourselves should actually be part of our business strategy.
Yeah.
Just so that we ensure, because we are the engine of our business.
Yeah.
Papa, if you don't mind me actually asking you, what is one of the things that you are going to do this year to ensure that you continue to be well?
Well, I mean, something that I know it's always worked well for me is I spend energy and time just on my physical well-being. That's gym and exercise and so on. It just puts me in a good mental space. I remember a time where I'd gotten an injury and I was in a cast and I needed time to heal. And I wasn't myself for weeks because that part of me had now not been taken care of. And it's different things for different people. But like I was saying before, it's really paying attention to what speaks for you, what keeps you going, and what allows you to keep focused on the things that are within my control.
Yeah.
Because if I obsess over the things that are outside of my control, then that's where I'm not myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you're raising such an important topic, and it aligns so well actually with today's conversation, because the phenomenal entrepreneur that we have today, Ayanda Mubima, is such a phenomenal entrepreneur actually within the personal care space,
Yes.
which speaks very much to taking care of oneself, ensuring that we are well so that we can show up in our businesses. She's got a wonderful product-based business, and I look forward to unpacking more of her story. Welcome, Ayanda, to this conversation.
Thank you so much, Hetty and Papa, for
Welcome.
having me.
No problem.
What do you think of this aha moment that Papa just shared with us now? Anything come up for you?
Oh, a lot actually. It's so well aligned with
Yeah.
the business, and I think where I am in life as well. When you were speaking of burnout and not knowing, that you're actually at the cusp. I've burnt out twice
Sure.
in my 30s,
Wow.
and it's through just thinking you can just keep on going.
Yeah.
And your body actually sends you warning signals and
Yes.
tells you that, wait a minute, something's wrong. But when you're in the hustle, when you're in the grind, you lose sight of those warning signals
Yes.
until you're fully burnt out.
Yeah.
And interestingly, how I came that burnout was going back to basics.
Yeah. Okay.
So exercise, hydrating, nutrition, all those basic needs.
Yes.
That's what helped me through it. And that's also part of why I do what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That's a phenomenal. Thank you so much for sharing that, because I do think these are conversations that need to be normalized.
Agreed.
And often at times, because entrepreneurs are always on the go, we always assume that everybody's doing well, when in actual fact, they could be crumbling under. Before we actually get into your business and these phenomenal products that are around us, maybe let's start off with you telling us a little bit about yourself. Who is Ayanda? Where do you come from? Where did you grow up?
Yeah. So Ayanda wears a lot of hats. I'm a wife, happily married for about 15 years.
Well done, yay.
By God's grace.
Yeah.
I have 3 amazing little children, so I'm also a mom. I'm also a driven career woman.
Okay.
So I cut my teeth in corporate. I'm a corporate lawyer. And then more importantly, an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I grew up in South Africa, so in the East Rand, and I've just moved around Joburg since then, and we finally settled in the North. And yeah, I'm just passionate about life, passionate about connecting with people, solving big problems one step at a time.
I love that. I'm also an East Rand girly.
Yeah.
I'm from Tsakane. My family is from Tsakane, so I always have an affinity to people from the East Rand. I absolutely love that. It's interesting because you're in corporate, but you're also an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Did you always know you were going to be an entrepreneur?
I think so, definitely, from a young age. I think I've had the benefit of a mom. I was raised by a single mom who's also been very entrepreneurial. So her impact in driving that dream and making that a reality has
What type
big
of
role.
entrepreneurship was she involved in?
So she did a lot of things as a single mom. So it was sales. She was a counselor. So she's done quite a bit of that. So from an entrepreneurship perspective, I think that kind of shaped my journey as far as that's concerned. But as you know, entrepreneurship is not something that back in my day you could study.
Yes, true.
It wasn't something like a formal education you could take on.
Yes.
So I knew that I was a very creative individual as well as an A-type personality. So marrying those two has always been a journey for me.
Yeah.
So there's been the corporate side, which I think I've enjoyed, but the creativity that I've needed and yearned has definitely expressed itself in entrepreneurship.
Now, how did you get into law? Where did that come from?
So I don't know if you remember, they used to do like psychometric testing in schools,
Yes.
in high school.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you did one of those in guidance class, and then they said, you are an A-type personality. This is the box that you fit into. You are a lawyer.
Okay.
And so I did that. But interestingly, it also expressed that I'm a creative.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the testing revealed that I'm a creative.
Okay.
And so it was always one of those, I have to balance my
Yes.
A-type personality and career in law with something creative.
I love
Did you find that in going through it? Because when I think of law, I don't see a lot of space for creativity. Did you find that as you're going through, there were moments where you're wondering, does this make sense? I know this is what they've said that I should be doing. I remember when I went through the psychometric testing, that was with my headmaster at the time,
Yeah.
and he said, okay, from how I understand you correctly, I think you should become a marine biologist.
Oh, wow.
And I looked at him and I thought, so that's what you've heard from what? Okay.
I'm like, that must be a glitch in the system.
You and I, I'm black, right? You and I, you're not continuing this conversation again. But, just going forward and studying as well. I studied actuarial science. There was many times where I was thinking, I know I'm doing this and it makes sense, but is this me? Because now you look at your peers and everybody else that's studying with anything, I don't really fit in here. But anyway, I can do this. I can figure this whole thing out. But do I really fit in here? Would you go through that or not really?
Oh, definitely. As I mentioned, society and the world will try to put you in a box and trying to figure out where your path should be, your career path. And so the boxes that were laid out for me were things like you should go into litigation, you should go into employment law, and those were just definitely not my passions. So that's when I was like, I don't think this is for me. Thankfully, I was mentored by an amazing lawyer, and she said to me that you should try corporate.
Okay.
And I did corporate, which was mostly mergers and acquisitions. You get to work with different teams.
Yes.
You pretty much work together to build something out of nothing, so to speak.
Okay.
And that I found was my passion. And so I ended up in corporate, and that allowed for that expression and love for law.
Okay.
But it was still not enough. So yeah.
I'm interested to know, because often at times people think that, you either do business or you do a career. But for me, I found that my experience in corporate actually helped me in business, because I learned things in corporate that I could then apply to my business. Has that been the same for you? Has your career have you learned skills or knowledge that you've been able to apply in business?
Absolutely. I think anyone who is interested in business or entrepreneurship, in my mind, I would recommend at least doing one stint in a corporate environment or a formal working environment.
Okay.
It's a completely different perspective and experience. You learn about structures, you learn about working with other individuals. There's soft skills that we do not value enough or talk about enough.
Yes.
That working in a corporate environment prepares you. Because when you're out of that security of a corporate environment or a structure, an existing engine,
yes,
and now you are going out into entrepreneurship, into business, and you're negotiating on your own, those skills put you in good stead.
Absolutely.
On how to deal with business people and just corporate. So
yes, I agree with you there 100%. Now tell me something, because now you've obviously got these two sides of you. There's the A-type personality, but then there's also the creative side. And you decided to then leverage the path of entrepreneurship to actually tap into your creative side. Can you tell us a little bit about your business, what it does, and what inspired you to start?
Sure. So walking in this journey of now entrepreneurship, trying to transition to that full time. As I mentioned, I've burnt out at least twice in my career over a span. I think I was 30 when I had my first burnout.
Sure.
And then 37 when I had the second one.
Sure.
And
Gosh, you don't look a day over 25.
I will tell you why. So in that journey, in that experience, I realized that there is a limit to my own resilience and working hard and so forth, right? And so in understanding my limits and understanding that this is the journey that it's taken me to actually recover from the burnout. As I mentioned, it was things like going back to basics.
Yes.
It was hydration.
Yeah.
It was sleep. It was movement. It was all the basic things that we take for granted.
Absolutely.
This fast-paced life that we're
Yes.
living in this hustle. And I realized that in just that journey of getting back to stability, because it was now internal chaos
Yes.
that inspired me to get calm and order and just to restore that energy that I had depleted so hectically. And so in walking through that journey, it obviously led me to looking at more natural solutions. There are obviously quick fixes, but you realize that it's not a quick process to burn out.
Yes.
And therefore
exactly.
recovery is not that quick either. And so in looking at what are the more natural ways to overcome my burnout and to just restore and heal, and not just heal, but thrive.
Yes. Yes.
So in looking at that, I came across herbalism. I came across organic herbs that could help with restoration. And because I am in the corporate circle, I see a lot of people who are actually very close to burnout. Don't realize it.
Absolutely. Highly stressful environment.
Highly stressful.
Yeah.
Highly rewarding, but highly stressful environments.
Yes.
And so in my mind, I was like, I want to be part of the solution. How can I use my experience, my personal experience of burnout, to help others? And so Ganya Creations was born of that. In trying to help and solve a problem.
Sure, that's so powerful. And I think the best businesses are actually built based on the founder's own experience, because now you have a lived experience of the thing, and it's almost like in finding a solution for yourself, you are then able to find a solution for others.
Absolutely.
Tell me the inspiration behind the name, because it's very unique. I don't think I've heard it anywhere else. What does it mean?
So Ganya actually means, it's the Hebrew word, because Chanya in actually local terms means royalty. But we use the Hebrew name, and Ganya means garden of the Lord.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So Gan is garden, and then Yah from Yahweh, garden of the Lord. And the reason why that was so significant for me is if you actually visualize a garden.
Yes.
A garden, when you go into a garden, it should be peaceful.
Yes.
It should be a place where you restore serenity, calm, meditative to a certain degree. It's also nourishment, exactly. If you think of the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
That God put everything in that garden so you could get nourishment from that very garden. And so the idea around Ganya and Ganya Creations and its products is around, you should find a sanctuary where you can actually get that calm, that restoration, that renewal from the earth.
Beautiful.
Now I want to check, because there's quite a lot of people where they incorporate, they can't decide on an idea, they'd like to try a side hustle, they say one day, but then they're not sure. So now you start. How did you go about getting customers, or letting your type of customers know, hey, I exist, I've got some products?
With much trial and error. Because your corporate career does not prepare you for entrepreneurship and marketing. So it was a lot of, like I said, trial and error. So thankfully, I joined a mentorship club to kind of just learn how to communicate to customers.
Yes.
And how to actually reach your customer base and even identify your customer base.
Yes.
When you are in love with your idea and your business, you think everyone needs this, and you think that just because I connect with it, someone else will connect with it. It's understanding that your business is here to serve someone else.
Yes.
And you need to understand what that person's needs are.
Absolutely.
So it was a lot of speaking, going to pop-ups. So we do a lot of pop-ups and just trying to identify where is our customer base. And then just making sure that we are there where they are. But yeah, it comes with lots of...
So it's pop-ups in terms of like markets and things like that?
So it's markets, but more pop-ups and malls.
Okay.
Because that's where a lot of people are.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
And I would imagine that it gives you the opportunity to just be front facing
Absolutely.
with your customer and hear their thoughts and also showcase the products, let them touch and feel, etc.
Absolutely. In addition to that, we've approached corporate because obviously leveraging off of my corporate experience and the network there is identifying which corporates would be interested in using some of our projects and products.
Sure.
So that's why we also got into corporate gifting and identifying which clients we could prepare gift box and prepare gift packs for. So that's how we find our customers.
Okay, so now before the corporate gifting and so on, did you not experience? Because I remember I went through this in the beginning.
Yes.
You were this professional with these titles. Now you're in a mall, and all these random people are coming asking you silly questions about your products, and they don't understand, just how much effort you've put into this thing. But then now you're not the lawyer. So how did you
Different hat.
how did you experience that?
It's a lot of humbling, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
As you rightly say, when you've reached a certain level in your career, you're like, you have this gravitas when you speak of that career and you know that you've arrived. This feels like more starting from scratch, where now I have to build my credibility and so forth. And so over time, it's taken humbling, but then also remembering the purpose behind why we do what we do, that we're actually here to serve.
Yeah.
It's not about my ego and who I am when I walk into those rooms or in those pop-ups. It's about what is the problem we're solving? How can we help our clients? And this is the products that we have to actually tackle those problems.
No, it's interesting because you go through it and only later you realize you learning different skills. Skills like how to sell, but also skills like overcoming rejection. Because they'll be asking you a question, you think, oh, great, the sale is coming. And they'll say to you, okay, I'll be back. It's like,
Oh, thank you.
you're not going to be back.
That's good to know.
That is true.
Tell me something. What are some of the biggest lessons that you've learned in this journey?
Teamwork.
Oh,
The
really?
importance of teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
I must admit, having been, and I always draw back to my corporate experience because it's a completely different mindset. When you are a lawyer, you go out on your own, you sell yourself based on who you are, and it can be very lonely from that perspective. But it comes with the game. That's how you know how to get clients and you do well. In this industry, and even entrepreneurship, that need for community, that need for a strong network, that need for support, you underestimate how important it is to get to the next level.
Yes, absolutely. You can't do it on your own.
Not at all, and nor should you. I don't think it is designed for you to be on your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the biggest lesson has been learning to delegate.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, hey?
Extremely tough when something is so personal and you operate at a particular standard.
Yes.
But it's important.
Yes.
And then more importantly, like I said, that network of other individuals who are also entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how much that's also been a game changer in just on this journey, that you're not alone. And so teamwork and just that community, hugely one of the biggest lessons.
Very important.
Just before we continue there, can you tell me a bit more about the corporate gifting? How did that come about? What do you do with this corporate gifting?
Yeah. So how that came about is that, I don't know if we can name drop.
Absolutely. Go for it. We insist.
So Standard Bank was actually running a women's event for their executives, and they wanted to put together a gift box for all their female executives during their Women's Day campaign. And so we tendered for that opportunity. Thankfully, we got that opportunity. And so we put together about 145 gift boxes.
Oh, wow. Look at
for the executives. And just in that experience, it made me realize that I need to go to the places where my clients are.
Yes. Very critical.
And you don't know what you need until someone actually sometimes presents it. They see that,
Yes.
okay, this is what you need,
Yeah.
and they
Yes.
present it to you. And I found the power of that,
Yeah.
just being able to personalize.
Yes.
Definitely the personalization of
Yes.
our gift boxes and the messaging, and just how powerful it can be when you hand that over to your clients and your customer base. So we put together those boxes, we personalized all the messages and put together a guide, and just the response was just amazing.
Oh, wow. Sheesh.
The response was amazing, in that people would email us and message us to tell us that, thank you so much for this. This product was great. Can I please have more of this? And it made me realize that that's where we need to make our impact. So we've been looking for many opportunities to do the gift boxing, customizing where we need to, and then understanding that each product solves a particular problem.
Absolutely.
What are the type of products that you have? I see that you've even brought some as well.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Sure. So we have bath salts. And let me actually premise that with as at Ganya Creations, we have different eras. So we have our glow era. So think of it as seasons.
Okay.
So you have different seasons in your life. We have different seasons of our products and categories. So you have the glow era, and that's where we have products that help you with just glowing and hydration and so forth. Then we have the renewal era, and then we have the comfort era.
Okay.
And so each of our products are categorized within those seasons. So we range from bath salts, and we have some of our bath salts here. So for
These
instance,
bath salts?
yes. So for instance,
Lovely.
we have the Ayanda. That one is part of the renewal era. And what it's designed to do is it's designed to help both your body physically, and then there's the aromatherapy of the essential oils that we mix in. So that when you are soaking in the bath, your body is relaxed, but also more importantly, it helps with the mental.
Yes.
So we have the bath salts like Ayanda. We have bath salts for post-workout.
Okay.
So if your muscles are tight after a workout,
That's good.
I'm going to need that.
we have post-workout. So we have our bath salts range, and they get categorized into each season.
Okay.
And then obviously, once you've had your bath, the journey then goes into the lotion. I don't know if you know, but your skin is the largest organ in your body.
Sure.
The largest and the heaviest. And it's meant to protect. Its function is to protect against environmental challenges. It's also meant to hydrate and seal in hydration. And so that's why when you bath and soak, all that hydration leaves.
Yes. Yes.
So it's important to replenish that.
Yes.
But you should replenish it with things that are actually organic and good for your skin.
Yes.
Not chemicals.
Yes.
Which is why we have our bath salt and bath scrub.
Okay.
This
range.
is a scrub.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have 3 types of bath scrubs and butters. They are mixed in with aloe, which is very hydrating. And then we have one with moringa.
Okay. Hey, moringa.
Hibiscus, yes.
Lovely.
Hibiscus. And then another one with coconut sugar and coconut oil.
Wow.
So
I love
the
it.
idea is you should naturally be able to replenish your skin
Yes.
and support it so that it can do its important function in your body. So we have those basic ranges.
Wow. I love
And then the oil, you were asking, I don't look past 25, which I will take. Thank you. That's where our oils come in.
Okay.
So we have a facial oil range, and that's mixed with jojoba oil, coconut oil, and then frankincense, which actually tightens and heals the skin. So
Okay, I'm going to need that too.
happy to supply. So yeah, it's a combination, end-to-end, holistic personal care.
I love
That's what our
that.
range
What is this over here?
So what that is,
Because it's standing out. I'm
it is-
loving the packaging. It just looks so lovely.
that is actually the candle.
Is it really?
Yes, it's a scented candle. You can open it up. You're
Oh
welcome
my
to open it up.
word. It looks
So
amazing.
it's a scented candle, and I must admit that was born out of our customer feedback.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So we do listen to our customers when they ask for things.
Wow.
So it's a scented candle,
Oopsie.
but we use what's known as candle sand.
Oh.
So
This
let me
is
open it up
I've
for
never
you.
seen a candle like this before.
Yes. So it's actually candle sand.
Okay. Wow.
And what's great about it is that you can really put it into any kind of container,
Oh,
and even in the bath when you're soaking, or even
yes.
around your house.
Yes.
So it's very versatile. It
Okay.
comes with different colors. So
Mm,
this was
smells
born of
lovely.
client feedback.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. This is very interesting. So you're quite innovative even in terms of the presentation of your products as well. I must say I had the privilege of receiving your personalized gift boxes for our speakers for the entrepreneurs year-end function.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The packaging, the quality, the personalization, the storytelling, top tier. I mean, really second to none. It was just so fantastic. And I think it also just bears testament to just the level of intention and care that you put into your products and the presentation of it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really, really amazing.
We're trying to also just be not just about presentation, but intentional about the products and what it does for our clients.
Yes.
And so that's why it's the importance of not just the look and feel, but how it actually makes you feel.
Yes, yes.
And just on that journey.
Mm.
Because yes, as much as you can, you can prepare any product.
Yeah.
This is a very competitive space, as you know. It can be very saturated.
Mm.
But what stands out for your customers is how your product make them feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
How it makes them
100%.
feel. Can they see themselves in it? But then can they also see the other side
Yes.
of just healing and restoration and balance?
Yeah.
And that's essentially why we do what we do and how we do it.
I love that. Do you often get feedback from clients, testimonials of individuals that have actually been helped by your products?
Yes, thankfully we do. And so a lot of those testimonials we've put on our website.
Oh, nice.
Of people who've actually used our products. So one of the clients we have is a chef. And so she stands all day, works all day.
Imagine.
And we gave her one of the salts called kimia. Kimia means peace. And it's the relaxation bath salts.
Okay.
Lovely.
And she was saying how after a long day at work, she soaked in those salts and she felt so renewed
Oh, wow.
and relaxed and was able to sleep like a baby. And she hadn't been able to sleep in like months.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So that's also the benefit of being where our clients are,
Yes.
doing the pop-ups.
Yes.
You actually engage with people and understand this is what they need.
Yes.
And when they've used a product, then they obviously can give you real-time feedback there
Nice.
as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's brilliant. Ayanda, before we wrap up this conversation, because I mean, our audience are entrepreneurs,
Yes.
different stages of their journey, and I'm sure they're certainly inspired by your journey. Any final words that you would like to share with them?
Happy. Entrepreneurship can be hard. It definitely can be hard.
Yeah.
And to be honest, without the requisite support, it can feel like an uphill battle.
Yes.
However, the truth of the matter is anything worth doing is hard. And if you think of any of the greatest athletes that exist, they honestly perform at their best, not just at the game. They don't just do their best at the game. It takes months, years of preparation, to get them to the greatness that they're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
In between that preparation, there was rest and recovery.
Yes.
And I believe rest and recovery is just as important as the actual game as part of reaching that level of excellence.
Yes.
So as an entrepreneur, there are problems that you're trying to solve. And it doesn't come without challenges and difficulties. But like a super athlete, I believe entrepreneurs are super athletes.
Yes.
Super athletes.
100%.
It's the mental, the physical, all of the sacrifices that you make.
Yes.
But once you get over that and you actually get to the game and you play at the level that we play at, it's well worth it. It's well worth it.
Yeah.
And so if you are considering being an entrepreneur, understand that it is going to probably be the hardest game you play.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the most rewarding and the most impactful. So do it anyway. Show up every single time, every single day. and have the right people around you. And remember that rest and recovery is just as important as the practice.
I love that. I think
Lovely.
that's definitely my big takeaway. I love the fact that your business is born from your own lived experience. And even though sadly that lived experience is having experienced burnout, sometimes it does take some of those realities for us to then begin to find solutions to them. And the emphasis on us taking care of ourselves, going back to basics, making sure that we really prioritize our own wellness and using products that support that, I think is so important, because as entrepreneurs, we often neglect ourselves the most because we're in service of our clients. So I think that's my big takeaway. What about yourself, Papa Biz? What has been your takeaway from this conversation?
No, to similar to yours, but I think what else I've also taken, we don't talk about it often, is just the benefit of having the corporate experience, and when you now move into an entrepreneurial space. Of course, understanding now you have to shred your ego now, because that's not going to help translate into sales in this entrepreneurship journey. But then also tapping into the benefits that you've received in terms of professionalism, structure, vision, and just thinking differently as well, which sometimes gets actually overlooked. So that was just another reminder.
Awesome.
Ayanda, if a person's watching this, they're thinking, gosh, I would love to get my hands on these products, try them out, maybe even get in contact with you. Perhaps a corporate is watching and they're thinking of being able to use your products for their corporate gifting, etc. How does a person get in touch?
Great. So how you get in touch with us is definitely through our website. That's our primary contact. So that's ganyacreations.shop. So you can reach us there. You can also reach us and you'll get all our contact details, numbers, emails. Instagram is also a really good space to get hold of us. So you can DM us on our Instagram page. It's at Ganya_creations_shop.
Okay.
And so that's the best way to get hold of us, and we'd be happy to serve.
Wonderful. Well done, Ayanda, with everything that you're doing. So proud of you. Monetizers, that brings us to the end of today's podcast conversation. Really, really inspiring, particularly if you too are a product-based business. We are going to leave all of Ayanda's details within the description box. Please make sure that you do reach out to them. And don't forget to connect with us on all our social media platforms. It's at Monetize Your Business, so that you can keep abreast of our next online masterclass, our physical workshops, and our next podcast conversation. Until next time.